Hello everybody, welcome back to our homestead on this beautiful snowy winter day. I thought I would just share with you all a little bit today about how to create a cozy home during these winter months and how to make everything feel nice and inviting inside when we're likely spending some more time indoors. So stick around to hear my top tips. So one of the first tips that I want to share with you is to let in as much natural light whenever you can. A lot of times during these winter months things can be a little bit gloomier, so just pull back those curtains or open up those blinds and let in some more natural light. It just makes everything feel a little more warm and inviting through the day if you have some of that natural light coming in, and it just, in my opinion, makes everything feel a little bit cozier inside when you have some light coming in through the windows, and you can even feel some of that sunlight if the sun is warm enough. So just open up those blinds, pull back those curtains, and just soak up that sunlight whenever you can through these winter months. Something else that I love to do really any time of the year, but especially through the winter, is to make sure that I have some cozy blankets scattered throughout the house so that if somebody wants to get cozy, they can grab a blanket and curl up on the couch with maybe a good book or a nice cozy cup of coffee or tea and just stay nice and warm through these winter months. So just make sure that there are some cozy throw blankets or quilts laying around that somebody can grab or you can grab, and it will just make everything feel so much cozier and inviting. Next up on the list for making your home nice and cozy throughout the winter time is to bake some yummy treats. And of course, I like to do this all year round, but especially through the winter months when somebody might just want something a little bit cozier, it's so wonderful to just have a yummy treat on hand. And on top of that, usually when you're baking a yummy treat, it's going to make your house smell delicious as well. And when everybody is spending more time indoors, who doesn't want a kitchen that smells like cinnamon rolls, or in this case, a cranberry orange cake? I'll go ahead and briefly share with you what I'm doing here. I'm actually just altering a recipe that is already over on the blog, and that is my sourdough lemon pound cake, but I am altering it for a winter version. And so I'm just going to use up some ingredients that I have on hand, and most of these are seasonal, which makes this perfect for a winter treat. So instead of the lemon juice and lemon zest that the recipe calls for, I'm using the same amount of orange zest and orange juice, and then I'm also adding in 1 cup of pulsed cranberries. And other than that, the recipe is exactly the same. I'm just mixing all of that together and baking it, and later at the end of this video I'll show you the end results where I'm drizzling it with a little bit of an orange glaze just made from some orange juice and powdered sugar and orange zest. But just about any treat that sounds good to you is going to make your home so much more inviting and cozy. Some of them that we love to do are sourdough cinnamon rolls, any variation of that sourdough pound cake that I just told you about. Cookies are a wonderful treat, of course. Muffins, quick breads like pumpkin bread and banana bread are wonderful for these winter months. Just anything that you like and something that's going to make your home smell amazing and make everybody want to come into your kitchen and snack on whatever it is that you're creating is going to make your home really cozy and really inviting. kind of keeping with the same theme there, my next tip for a cozy home in wintertime is simply to make more soups. Soups are not only so delicious during the wintertime, but they are so nourishing as well. Quite often we just need something that will warm us up a little bit more in the wintertime, and soup is the perfect option. Most soup recipes I find are loaded with bone broth, which is so very healthy and nourishing during these winter months when we might not be getting quite as many fresh veggies in. So loading up on that bone broth and delicious soups is a perfect way to make your home a little cozier and to keep everybody warm and satisfied during those winter months. So the soup I'm making here is just really simple. I am just roasting some tomatoes, peppers, onions, and garlic with some olive oil, salt, and pepper in the oven until they're tender. And then I'm going to be adding them to a pot of chicken stock and a little bit of tomato juice, and then just blending that all up together and then adding in some basil. That's really all I did here. It's basically just a twist on a tomato soup where we're adding in some peppers and onions as well to make this more like a roasted pepper and tomato soup. But this, of course, is just one option of so many soups that you can make during the winter time to boost your intake of that bone broth and a lot of times root veggies, which are so nourishing once again for the winter time and often so very satisfying and exactly what you need to stay warm in these winter months. Some options that I like to make really regularly are chili or chicken chili, potato soup, cheesy broccoli soup, vegetable soup or creamy vegetable soup. I love making chicken pot pie soup or French onion soup. So many delicious variations of soup. And everybody will certainly leave your table satisfied and warm and ready to heat it up for lunch the next day. Alright, so I just have a couple more tips for you, and the last two really kind of go together, and they are all about evening times. And so the first thing is to use candlelight. Candlelight is so cozy, and it just sets the mood and makes everything feel so warm inside. And if you have a fireplace, of course, start your fireplace. We don't have one, so we just opt for some candles, and it makes everything really, really cozy. Light them wherever you can, as many as you can, and your home will be very inviting because of it. And kind of tied in with that one is just simply to embrace earlier evenings with the ones that you love in your home. So this can be something as simple as just, like I said, lighting some candles, or maybe starting a good book either to yourself or reading it aloud to your family. Maybe embrace some winter hobbies such as crochet or knitting, anything like that that just keeps you inside and at home. Embrace times at home, especially in these winter months. Home is where the heart is, they say, and it is so cozy and wonderful to just spend time with your loved ones at home in these earlier evenings when everything is dark outside sooner. So I hope that you found these tips helpful and that you will embrace some of these in your own home and just create that cozy, warming atmosphere so that everybody will just love being home during this time and not find it to be such a dreary time of year. All right, well, I will see you all next week for another video. Have a wonderful weekend.